cafe anyway.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 2214, Welcome to the show. It's simply titled
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Hey, I'm going to sing a song right here. I was thinking about all the pictures that I've taken, and maybe you've seen some of it, and you've done some baking. Maybe you've seen the pictures that I've taken of cookies. I don't bake cookies. I burn cookies. I don't bake cookies. Why did I go there? I guess it's because it's
Mike's Daily Podcast.
And I will talk about stuff like that from time to time. And Eagle Eye Cherry. What the heck happened to Eagle Eye Cherry? Because he told me to save tonight.
Mike's
and fight the break of dawn.
Daily
Because tomorrow he'll be gone.
Yeah!
So the podcast picture last time was of me over there at Dillon Beach. And I got to thinking, in fact, I had a weird dream about it. I was at a party in my dream where everyone was dressed up in all kinds of interesting costumes. And I was taking pictures, and I go, I always take pictures of these events, but I never get a picture of myself at the event. So there's really no proof that I was at the event. I mean, I took it with my camera. I guess you could look and see the data that it was my camera that took the pictures, but I mean, anyone could have been holding my camera when they took the pictures. Was I there? Was I there? And wherever you go, are you there? Or there you are, I don't know. But the cafe, I don't know. I mean, cafe anyway. The point is, throughout my life, I realize people have taken pictures of me. Oh, this happened a lot when I was working in country music radio, because you'd get these celebrities that would come by, or these artists that the record labels were hoping would become celebrities. Oftentimes that they did not become celebrities. You'd think, oh, maybe they'll be the next best thing. And you'd meet someone who would later on become Keith Urban or...
And here's today's podcast picture.
Taylor Swift. And the person that would take the picture would say, okay, and I'll send this to you. And you would never see it. Or maybe you would, but it'd be like a year later. Or just basically you'd never get that picture. Speaking of podcast pictures, the podcast picture today is of... So I keep doing this lately. The last picture was of Dylan, and this picture... The Dillon Beach, rather, not Bob Dylan. But there's this town called Marshall, which is a little bit south. Oh, Basil never went to Marshall either. Sorry, Basil. We never went to Tamales Bay, Basil and I. We went north, though, to Bodega Bay, and had a great time there. Wasn't that fun, Basil? Thank you, Basil the boxer, the late, great Basil the boxer. Oh, boxers are such great dogs. I was watching a thing last night. I found all these weird channels that I never knew existed because I went through Xumo, Xumo. That's being offered through Xfinity. If you get the Flex device, that it allows you to get your Netflix on there, YouTube, HBO Max if you have that. So Xumo has all this free streaming channels, but there's ads that are thrown in. But you can watch like Bloomberg TV, Fox News, ABC News, NBC. Everybody's on there. And then there's all these channels I never heard of. There's one called Yummy, which is this cooking channel. They're trying to go up against Food Network, but they're appealing to Gen Z. As far as I can see, it could only be Gen Z because it's really like Saturday morning TV. That's my go-to when I was young. Saturday morning TV, which there's still Saturday morning TV, but it's not the way it was because kids can watch cartoons now all the time. That's why was created, Nickelodeon. Let's market to kids all the time, and Disney did that, and Disney Channel. Okay, so there's this thing called Yummy, and it's Food Network, and it's lots of graphics and goofiness and off the wall, and I love off the wall, but this was just not even like they were really trying to pull some. They weren't even teaching you how to cook. I don't know what the food was in there, the whole food concept. There was another channel called Cheddar that I saw. That had nothing to do with food. It was news. But I guess the whole concept is to give you bite-size big news, like money, sports, politics, international, to, I guess, make it bite-sized, like a piece of cheddar cheese. That's what I'm guessing that is. I had never seen that before. So I was watching all that stuff, and then I realized that I was doing a podcast, and I need to go back to my topic, which was, and the times that I have had the pictures taken of me, by the way, maybe I was not that happy that the picture was taken in hindsight, because there's a picture of Keith Urban and I don't know what's going on with my hair. I've got glasses on. I've got this weird freaking smile that's scary. Yeah. So I guess it's a blessing and a curse. If people take pictures of you where you are, you go, okay, there I was. There's a picture of me there in front of that object, that thing, that famous person. But it's not that, people don't just instinctively know to do that. They don't instinctively know, I'm going to take a picture of you so you know that you were there. And I love taking pictures. That's why I always throw in a podcast picture every single podcast, and you can see them at mikesdailypodcast.com. And this is of a nice little spot near the town of Marshall, actually near Cypress Grove on Tamales Bay recently. But yeah, you just don't know. So what I'm saying is take more pictures of yourself with people, especially with your friends and your family, because you don't know if they'll be here tomorrow, right? Maybe you won't be here tomorrow. So get that picture taken with your buddy, with your friends. It's okay. And why is there everybody freaks out about it? Oh, I don't want a picture of me. Oh, I haven't done my hair. I don't like what I'm wearing. As we go outside a cafe anyway, we're bringing Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valley. Something to think about as we're outside. Yeah, so that was, I was really realizing, so there is a picture of me with Taylor Swift somewhere. So I know someone took it, and I never got the picture, and I asked the person, unfortunately, years later, if he still had the picture, and he's like, no, of course not. But Taylor Swift, this was back in the day when she was just getting started, so, and I think I had awful hair, and she had that weird curly hair thing going, which was cute, but I'm sure she doesn't do that anymore, does she? Who cares? I'm not following every single thing Taylor Swift is doing. Mike, why are you asking me, Mike? Do I look like a Swiftie? Optimize your workplace ergonomics to improve your posture and reduce neck, back, and arm pain. I went into a little bit of that on my last show. As well as conserve energy. You know, how many times have you one day just stopped and looked at your house or your apartment and gone, wow, what was I thinking when I planned this out? Everything there's no flow going on here. There's no easiness. Nothing here is making my life easy. I have to jump over that, climb over that. That doesn't work. Why do I hold on to that? It's sometimes good to ask these questions. Sports, hiking, walking, and dancing, standing or in a chair, all count as exercise. Even simple movements like tapping your feet or working your arms are a start. Yes, I'm exercising. I'm tapping my foot. Incorporate physical activity into daily activities. Rearrange. Oh, there you go. Rearrange your closet or room. Do housework, fold clothes, garden, do yard work, or walk the dog. Yes, please walk the dog. Take your dog out. Socialize. Socialize the dog. Cats are a whole other thing. I think if you were watching, or you can catch it on mikesdailypodcast.com, there's a little video I did yesterday. I got thwacked by a cat. There was a cat in my backyard. I went over to pet it, and it smacked me with its paw. And at first I thought, oh, he just touched me with his paw. Kind of felt like a little furry pillow hit my hand. And then I look at my hand and it's bleeding. The little claws attached to that cat. And of course, this is a wild cat. And I'm going to get cat scratch fever thing. You can tell that I worked on classic rock radio and I announced that song as Cat's Rat and Fever. And then I got fired. Hey, we're outside a cafe anyway, somewhere in Podcastro Valley. Let's say hi to a couple of folks. Hello, Michael Master. It's Madame Rootabega. And that's very true about what everything was saying. You should always take a picture. Ooh. And you and I, it's okay if you and I take a picture?
Yes.
It's okay if I take a picture of you?
Yes.
It's okay if I take a picture of your feet?
No.
Yeah, I didn't want to take a picture of your feet. Like, I don't care about people's feet. Like, some people do. And that's a thing. Look who else is here. Oh my, this is Floyd the Floorman. And this is Valentino, the parking attendant.
And this is Bison Bentley. Do you know that?
Wow, everybody's here today. Guys are like doing a parade. You're doing a parade at Cafe Anyway. It's a socially distanced parade. And we all still have our masks on. But there's something festive about it. So if you have a socially distanced parade, is that safe? If you have people like miles apart from each other, that's going to be one long parade. And boring. Kind of like this tangent, which I'll stop. Next show, it's going to be the wonderful Chely Shoehart, Floyd the Floorman, and John Deere the engineer. You can chime in and tell me what you think about all this. 336MM daily. 3 plus 3 equals 6. MM as in Mike Matthews. Daily as in what this podcast has been now for a couple of days. Yay. All the past podcast pictures too at mikesdailypodcast.com. And with more, it's a frame.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at mikesdailypodcast.com. Email Mike now at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye.